Welcome to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. Today we're down in Kentucky at Kentucky Lake for a special event. Paralyzed Veterans of America, the Kentucky-Indiana chapter, is hosting a Bluegrass Bass Bash, one of the 7 national tournaments on the tournament route for PVA this year. And joining me is Alan Earl, and he's kind of in charge of the recreational aspects of PVA. And he's going to tell us a little bit more about not only Paralyzed Veterans of America, but about the bass tournament and the all that goes into putting an event together like this.
Correct. We are doing the second annual Kentucky-Indiana PVA bass tournament here on Kentucky Lake.
And what all does that entail?
It entails getting disabled. It entails getting disabled guys out on the water fishing for a couple days and interacting with local boat partners.
And this is part of a larger national chain of bass tournaments, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. We are a 7-stop tour all around the country, and this is our 3rd stop of the 7.
Okay. And what is it like for these guys that are from PVA? Some of them are heavy into fishing, but others it might be the first time since an injury or just the first time in a long time.
Sure. The great thing about the Paralyzed Veterans of America Bass Tour is that it's open to anybody with a mobility impairment, significant mobility impairment. And that means guys that are ready to go into the Open Series or the Weekend Series or even the Elite Series, all the way to the guys that have never fished before. And we accept them all. If you don't have equipment, we got equipment on the trailer. So we want you out here, and that's our main goal, is just to get you out of the house, out of the hospital, out back in the outdoors.
I talked to one of the fishermen yesterday, and they said it was one of the most therapeutic things that they do. And I think it goes beyond recreation.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best therapies you could ever have. I mean, being in the outdoors, being out away from that other stuff, it's so great. Just being away, not hearing anything, just the birds, and catching that first fish, and it's just you and that fish fighting. And there's no better feeling.
That's great. Now, a lot of volunteer effort goes into this type of an event. I know that it takes a lot of hours and a lot of volunteers, but I think the volunteers get a little something out of helping out too.
It really does. I mean, volunteers, we couldn't do it without the volunteers for sure, and it is a win-win for each person. Our disabled guys, and we can't do it without it, and then for the volunteers, they get to see that we're not really scary. I mean, sometimes people will say, "Oh, we can't. They're too fragile. They're going to get hurt." And once they see that we're just as normal as anybody else, and it changes them, and they have a different outlook on people with disabilities.
Because we've got both spouses that are here volunteering, family members, but I know we've got a lot of volunteers from bass fishing organizations who have never dealt with anybody in a wheelchair before. Sure.
And once again, they think that we're fragile, and they don't think we can go out on a boat because they're going to get broken. And it's not the case. After the first day that they come back in, they have a totally different outlook on a disabled person.
You know, I fished the tournament last year while filming. And, you know, once you get the fisherman into the boat, there isn't a whole lot of difference than fishing with somebody
Correct.
else that's not disabled.
The famous line is, the fish don't know you're in a wheelchair.
I like that one. Tell me just a little bit about, if somebody didn't know what PVA was.
The Paralyzed Veterans of America has been around since World War II, and we take care of paralyzed veterans. And we'll do everything from sporting activities all the way to advocating for their rights and their services for the VA. We have architecture, we have sports and recreation, we've got guys on the hill. You name it, we got it, and that's what we do. And we're all over the country, and we take care of paralyzed veterans and paralyzed veterans with spinal cord disease.
And today's event, which chapter is sponsoring today?
Today's event is sponsored by the Kentucky-Indiana Paralyzed Veterans, and they do a great job, man. They have not only the bass tour, but they have all the other programs as well, and they're starting to they're starting to be a lot more active.
Okay. Oh! tell me the difference between Saturday and Sunday fishing differences.
Sure. It's a 2-day event. On Saturday is the disabled guy's time to go out fishing. So it's just a disabled guy fishing. The boat partner will act like a mentor or a guide. Hopefully he'll be a local guy that knows the lake and be able to show him some spots. And then if the guy's never fished before, they'll take him in the middle of the lake, show him the mechanics of a fishing rod and reel, and teach him how to fish before he goes anywhere. That's on Saturday. And then Sunday is a team event where it's the boat partner's chance to get into on the action and fish with this disabled angler and come back for a 5-fish limit and for the team.
And this isn't just fishing for fun. There's some major prizes involved.
There is, yes. On the first day, we usually give away a boat package, a tracker boat this year. And then, of course, all of our stuff is 100% payback. So any registration fees that go into the event go back into the payout, and usually the chapters will throw in a little extra. And then we also have great sponsors that donate product. Minn Kota Trolling Motors, Humminbird Electronics, and there's awesome stuff. I mean, Bass Pro Shop is one of our biggest sponsors. They donate a lot of product. And a huge thanks goes out to all the volunteers. And once again, and we can't do it without volunteers for any of our programs, not just the Bass Tour, but anything that Paralyzed Veterans does. We really rely on our volunteers, and we appreciate them so much. And like I said, we can't do it without you.
Welcome back to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. Now we're down at Kentucky Lake today fishing with the Paralyzed Veterans of America in their bass fishing tournament. This is their 2nd annual tournament, and we're having a great turnout. We've got our boating fishermen. They're off on the Kentucky Lake. We really like this particular tournament because it's close to our home territory of Indiana. But we also have another division we want to talk about, and that's our bank division. And our bank division of fishermen is actually that. We're here fishing close to the bank. We're actually on a floating dock in the marina. We've got fish. We've been catching bluegill and catfish and what else?
Crappie and brim, bluegill.
Yeah, we even caught a turtle yesterday. Mm-hmm. Now, the turtle didn't count, but the one change that we're not used to is here at the bank division, we do get to count all fish caught. So all those fish get weighed in and will go toward the credit for the fishermen. We've got an interesting contraption here being used in the bank division, and I want to find out a little bit more from Chuck what it is he's actually invented.
All right, I'm going to help you, okay? Come on, right there. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Chuck, tell me a little bit about this contraption that we're looking at here.
Well, I developed this, it's called the equalizer, and I developed this for people with range of mobility, lack of opportunity to have a grip and support a rod and then be able to retrieve the line. They couldn't support the rod, so I built a base as a rod holder that gives them an opportunity to go through a casting motion like a backhand. Whenever they bring this around, it rotates 270 degrees, right or left-handed. It activates a valve here on the body of the rotating head, which activates this cylinder to replace their thumb and the ability to push that reel for casting opportunities. When it comes off of this valve, this cylinder releases, and that gives you your point of release on the line. The amount of momentum that they bring gives you the distance on their casting ability. So it gives them something to get a base and then to kind of excel and get a little better or a little bit more control. So
now how does the fisherman activate that?
He holds this post right here, and then whenever he brings this around, it activates this while he's holding this post, and then whenever he comes back around, you heard the cylinder release, and then that's the release point, and then the line discharges on momentum. So
just the motion of swinging it.
The swinging motion. I didn't really want to build something that would do it for them, even though there are cases to where you could have something casting and give them the opportunity to retrieve a fish. I built something to where they could feel and be connected directly to the opportunity of fishing. And one of the things I built into this with his arm weaknesses and things that he can't lift that fish or set that hook, I built this to where it would break down to where if a fish bolted over on 10 pounds of resistance that would fight that line and keep it tight while he retrieved the line. So
now we've got the casting, and let's say there's a fish on the hook and the pole's bending. How do we retrieve?
This, you want to show them, or you want me to? I built a what they call a low pressure vacuum switch. He sucks on this tube sitting in his lap, and when he sucks on that tube, it engages the motor drive to retrieve the line. So you want to demonstrate that, Steve? All right. Well, my motto is, if you can breathe, you can retrieve, and that's how simplistic it is. The reaction time on this low pressure switch is 999 thousandths of a second fast, which is an electrical impulse.
Wow.
They actually have better reaction time than I do, being able-bodied. So.
Well, you know, and that brings me to the question, where was the motivation for you to invent something like this?
I had a sister diagnosed with terminal cancer in 2002. She was the youngest girl out of 13, and I'm the youngest boy out of 13. And we were pretty tight, knowing that she was looking at pretty much a death sentence, but didn't know when, and it just stopped me dead in my tracks and made me look at things in a whole different perspective. Not that I wasn't a caring person, but I wanted to go beyond my normal daily routines as far as respect for people. And I looked at the fishing market. I was born in Chicago, and all my brothers and sisters were born in Tennessee. When my dad retired from the railroad, I was 9 years old when we moved to Tennessee. And I remember the first time we went, and I was enthused about fishing ever since. And I was with him on his last fishing trip, and I looked at the elderly that were losing interest in going because of their ability to perform and do like they normally would, and I wanted to make something that would give them an opportunity to come back and enjoy something that meant so much to them. And then I got to looking at different ones, the different range of disabilities, and I wanted to pretty much cover the gauntlet and bring equality to fishing because of physical limitations or what have you. So I started on it, and 10 years later, I've tried to cover just about all the different disabilities to where I could build one component that would serve a multitude of different disabilities. So,
is anything biting out here, or is it just the raining?
No, there've been several already caught. These two down here have done caught 3 or 4 apiece.
You had any bites?
Yep, I caught one. It was a whopping half-pounder.
I think you're gonna have to do better than that for the money.
I think so too. I'm just giving them a false sense of security.
Now, what would make somebody come out and fish on a rainy day like this?
I have no idea. The experience is the best thing.
A little bit of camaraderie.
Yep. A lot of camaraderie. My first time in 20 years.
Today's your first time in 20 years?
First time in 20 years.
Well, I wish the weather was better, but at least it's kind of fun. It's let up a little bit.
At least it's not pouring.
That's right.
There's a bright side to it.
How's your electric winder work on there?
We use the battery motor like a screwdriver. You push this little button I got over here, and it drills it.
Is that something you were able to buy somewhere, or did you make it yourself?
No, Noel made it.
Yeah, Noel's pretty good at putting stuff together, isn't he?
Yes.
He's an old retared maintenance mechanic. So,
Is he? That's where he gets those skills from then.
Yeah.
That one, I think.
Now, have you caught anything yet?
Yes, I caught 2.
2 already?
Yeah.
Well, for being out here in the rain, you deserve to have caught some, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I hope you catch some bigger ones.
Thank you.
Bigger's always better with the fish.
Yes.
Look at the camera over here.
Yeah.
Okay, now everybody, I have filmed a turtle and a bluegill now, so
Minnow.
Is that a minute? I am the only woman that fishes on the bank division.
I think you were the only woman that was fishing on the bank tournament last year here.
Yes,
So you kind of hold a claim to fame there.
yes.
Now, are you out trying to recruit any other women to join you?
Well, I'm a veteran. I go to the Dallas VA, and I have talked to women about trying to join the tournament, fishing tournament, or any other organization with the PBA. We have a winter sports. We have the wheelchair games. We have the Golden Age games. Just trying to get them involved.
Well, that's good. Now, where's your chapter?
Long Star chapter, PBA, Garland, Texas.
You're a little ways from home then.
Yes, sir.
We're here on Kentucky Lake today with the Paralyzed Veterans of America Bass Fishing Tournament. The Kentucky Dam backs up 184 miles of the Tennessee River and creates the largest man-made lake in the eastern United States. The lake covers more than 160,000 acres and offers an incredible wildlife habitat, not only for fish, but other wildlife as well. In fact, we saw over 50 white pelicans doing their own fishing down below the dam. These are amazing birds with wingspans up to 10 feet across.
My name is Ken DeVault, and I'm been Bank Angler of the Year last year and the year before, and I travel to all the events that they have. 2 years ago I started fishing for the therapy of it. My hospital got me involved, and it's the best therapy anybody could ever have. I go to therapy 4 days a week, and they let me go to every tournament, and this is the greatest time of my life. And it's not necessarily you're here to win it all, but it would be nice to win. But consistency is really the best way to win Angler of the Year, and being in the top 1 and 2 most of the time. And patience, patience is really good. I like to come and sit and just meditate, and then when this fishing day is over, I'm able to visit with my friends.
So you have good things to say about PVA.
Oh, PVA is the best.
For someone who doesn't know anything about the tournament, can you explain to me the difference between today's fishing and tomorrow's fishing?
For the bank, today's tournament, the fishermen and fisherwomen are fishing independently, fishing on their own. Their fish adds up, the weight of their fish adds up for them only. And the prize money is usually more money on Saturday, the prizes. On Sunday, we do team fishing. That consists of 2 individuals fishing as a team. You add both weights together, and that gives the winner of the team. Also, on the team day, the points that each individual fisherman gets goes towards the Angler of the Year.
Now, we hear that you have 5 in the tank. Is that true?
Yeah.
Did you get these fish early or late, or did they just kind of come sporadically during the day?
Early.
Early bite. Did you get to call many fish today?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. All right. Well, let's get a bag up here. Let's get these fish weighed. See what we got. All right, we've already got them back. That's a nice limit. Ooh, look at this, guys. Look at this. This is a nice bag of fish. There are some bona fide good ones right there. All right. Look at this, guys. There's a good one. How about that? There's another largemouth bass. You know, every fish we grade today have been largemouth. Got 5 in there, Jason?
At least you're not in the lake.
All right. That's right. Oh, looky. Uh-oh. We need a 583.
Gonna have to hold that one up for us.
Be real close. That is a good, thick, largemouth bass. Look at that. That's a big fish right there. That's going to punch that 6-pound mark real close, guys. Now, Jason, were you the last boat to just pull out of the water, or you determined that you would be sandbagging today?
No, I just got to apologize, too, for taking so long to get the truck. It just worked out beautifully.
Oh, okay. This was not orchestrated. You have got a fantastic limit of fish here, buddy.
There we go.
And a very happy young man there sitting beside you. Look at him. Look at him. He's going at it now. That's going to make Daddy's fish way less. He didn't bite. The tail's red, the fish has been spawning. He didn't bite that fish.
I had a lot of bleeders.
A lot of smaller fish. 1704.
That's what I told him. The day just goes faster. Everything's off you. You're gonna have more fun.
All right, here we go. We're looking for the lead here. 17, unofficially 17.04 will give you the lead. We're going to get there. 1867. Give him a big round of applause. Now let's check that big one. Did we weigh the big fish? Did we weigh the big fish? 586. That takes big fish as well. A double ups. Double ups. Now then. Matt, are you ready? Come on up here.
Alan needs one.
Thank you. Walking in a bunch of fish, how did you do today?
We got 5.
Well, that's all you can ask for.
That's right.
Unless they're big 5.
My partner got 3 and I got 2.
Very good. Did you have fun?
Oh, great, yeah. It's a good day.
What would you have anything good to say about PVA?
The PBA, the volunteers, you just can't measure what this really means.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Nice.
Okay, Ron Riles, Eddie Evans, third place, 14.24 pounds in the team competition. Thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing you next April. Thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing you next year. In first place in the team competition, Gary Morale and Hunter Grounds with 16.65 pounds. They both get a check for $5.99 each and a plaque. Come on, guys. Thank you. Here's our champions for the team competition.
I need both of your signatures, please.
In third place, we have Donnie Sweeten and Steve Mitchell. The Earls. The Earl girls. Come on up here. These boys are characters. You don't get a plaque because we're afraid you're going to eat them, but we do give you some cash. And if you want to eat that, then that's just your loss. In second place, we have Donna Hendrickson and Steve Mitchell, one of our few lady anglers.
I fish for her any day.
I would too. I would too. And she was also a feature on News Channel 6 last night. First place, Tom Van Landingham, fishing with Kenny, the Fishing Man, Dean DeVault.
So I'd like to thank Kentucky Indiana PVA for allowing me to put this tournament on. And everybody that joins this should let Paralyzed Veterans of America know how much fun they had. It's a good thing so that we can continue to do this. You know, we always just hear the negative, never any positive. So
we'll see you next time, right here on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.